Okay. All right, I'm hoping that this will work. Oh, it sounds good. It looks like I've got my chat. Yay! Okay, so let me turn the sound off of this so I don't hear it. Like an echo. All right, I feel like I'm good now. So what I'm going to do here today, guys, is I am going to create the base for this hexagon. Let's see, how did I do this? Yeah, I'll create the base for this hexagon shaped dragon eye, and I need to make the dragon eye because tomorrow night in Handcrafted Gifts Made Simple we're going to be making this box, and I need this to be dry. So I will be demonstrating also how to do this tomorrow night, but I'm gonna need a dry one just so that I'm able to actually complete the project. So the first thing that I need to do is, let's put that there, is I need to create a hexagon, and I will give you guys this template in Handcrafted Gifts Made Simple, but basically all I'm doing is creating a hexagon that is about this big so that I can print it out. And let's see, this is kind of perfect. See, let me do it this way. All right, so we got this, it's about 3.5 wide. Okay, so I'm doing this right now in Affinity, which I'm not showing you, but you guys probably don't have that, so I'm not even going to bother showing it to you. But once I get this sides. All right. So the way I'm going to do this, if you're pretty handy with editing software, or what is it? Affinity publishing software. Affinity Publisher. Is it Publisher? No. But at any rate, a one that you can draw something like this as far as the hexagon, what you're going to want is you're going to want a 3.5 inch this way. Well, no, it looks like 3.75 this way, and then 4.25 ish this way. Okay, let's see if we can get us into focus here. No. All right. Has anybody made this before? Hi, Ellen. I had some trouble getting on here today, so sorry about that, everybody. Let's see. Oops. So and it's kind of it's kind of important to get it exactly where you want it pretty much. I guess exactly where you want it pretty much isn't exact, is it? But I want to get it as, oh, people are sending me things. So I want to get this, oh my gosh, am I frozen now? I'm having a heck of a time here right now. I'm somehow unable to guess it's showing okay. The video quality is low, isn't it? I'm seeing it looking pretty good. I guess that's gonna have to work. All right. Well, I see you chatting right now. Suzanne. Hi, Anita. I'm sorry again, guys. It's been a day. Just full disclosure, you guys, I usually wake up about 45 minutes or half an hour before I get on here. Well, actually an hour or 45 minutes. And that is where I'm at now. So my brain's a little bit asleep, and I forgot that I was actually going to be having to hook up my new computer. Oh, you're on your phone. Okay, great. I'm glad. Okay. All right, so what I was saying before is tomorrow night in Handcrafted Gifts Made Simple, we are going to make this box, which is super cool. And I'm super excited about it. And it's already gotten my son's approval. So we are going to do this. But what I want to do is I want to show you guys how to make this eye, if I can remember where I put my glass. But anyways, let's see. I may or may not be able to do that if I can see the glass. That may be for tomorrow. Yeah, I think it'll be for tomorrow that I will show you how to do that. But for today, I'll just use one of these. And I'm not sure what color. Maybe I'll do blue. We'll just do blue. That would be cool looking. So, basically, no, you probably are hearing my computer because it is it's very loud. So I'm not real sure what to do about that. If you're hearing a new sound now, that's my printer, and it's trying to print something for me. Yeah, it's my computer. It is very loud. So I'm not sure exactly what to do about that. So, but anyways, we're gonna make this tomorrow night. And so today I'm making this, for those of you that came in, I'm going to be making just this part, just the dragon eye part. And then tomorrow we'll assemble everything here like this, and I'll show you. This whole thing is made out of just cardboard, like an Amazon box, and fabric and glue. This is washi tape, and this is air dry clay. And other than that, the whole structure of it is just like an Amazon box, just like what you're seeing right here. So let me see if I can get this to print on my other printer. Oh, here we go. All right, this is what I've been waiting for. So I wanted to get this about the same size, and it looks pretty good. And this is just going to be my template, and I think I'm going to use this. All right, great. I'm so glad. Yeah. I'm not real sure what to do, but you guys, I got this freaking monster computer. It's a gaming computer, but it's also a computer that will handle video and streaming. And so I'm just kind of going to be going through the growing pains with it. And I'm just really so happy to have it. It was sort of a surprise that I was going to get it, and I'm really glad that I did. But again, you know, it's gonna be some growing pains, and I apologize for that. So I'm just gonna real quick make a template. And I'm going to actually use a cereal box type cardboard, or a canned food cardboard for this, but what I want is just my template here. I find that it really helps to have, if there's going to be a project that you're going to do out of cardboard, to have templates to draw. Then there's a lot less measuring and printing, etc. So I think I'm going to start making I'm going to make a file where I can hold these, and that way, and I'll mark it too that this is just, you know, hexagon box or whatever. So there's that part. So I'm going to use this air dry clay, and I don't want to take it out because it's kind of dry. I do have another box of clay that will I might have to break open, but this, I just want to show you, you know, that if you have some clay that's a little older or whatever, you know, I'll show you how it comes out, because when I made this one here, my clay was a little bit dry and stuff, and you know, it ended up being just fine. Even if they cracked a little, you can't tell at all. So you know, and I like to try to do things as inexpensively as I can, and so let's see. I actually would like to just do this. Okay. So you know, that's why I'm gonna want to try to use this. There is a way to re-moisten it. Does anybody know that? Because I haven't looked at it completely, but I briefly looked it up, and it seems like there is a way to do that. All right. So let me starting to get a pretty good supply of cardboard for myself here. So I just want to cut off something I can work with. Here's my little pro tip. So when you get your boxes, I didn't obviously do that with this one, but when you get your boxes, cut them in half, you know, and put them, I have this file that I have under my desk, not this desk, but my other work desk that I'm going to eventually be moving to. So that might be helpful too, if I eventually move to that way, to my other location. I may be able to get away from this sound. So, you know, we'll just work on it until we get it. So, but what I do when I get the chance, if I get like an overload of boxes and it's all good, really good cardboard, I like to start cutting it up right away so that I can stand it all up in a box below my desk, and then I can just go take what I need when I need it. And it's not making a humongous mess on in my office. This is a little teeny bit off, but that's going to be okay. You know, you can tell that this is a little bit off because it looks kind of, you can see like a little bit of the cardboard here and here, but don't worry about that. I mean, things are going to be that way, you know, especially when you're first starting to work with this. And you know me, I am not at all about like throwing anything away. I'm about making things work. And you know, with my first hexagon box, this one here, it was a little off as well, but I was able to make that happen. So, all right, so this is going to be my base where I will be gluing all of my pieces here. So let me clean off my spot because I tend to create like this enormous mess, and I'm really trying not to do that. And now I need a drink. Okay. Let me turn this off. Okay. All right. So this one's just air dry clay. I wouldn't do this in any other clay than air dry clay because it's just not, you know, you're not going to want to bake it. So this is like a semi-dry clay, and you're going to need some glue at this time, and it can be just white glue. And this here is one of my other favorite things to use, and it's that inside of a cereal box bag. These are so great. So if you guys eat a lot of cereal, or your kids do or something, you want to save those because they're free, for one. And for another thing, they're easy to clean off because they're kind of like wax paper. And so I kind of use certain ones over and over and over. Like when I paint or use glue, and when it gets really super grimy, then I just throw it away. All right, so I'm just conditioning the clay, but do you see how it's kind of crumbly and stuff? Ideally it won't be that way, but I'm going to show you that this can be done. So the first thing I want to do is I want to place the eye, all right? And so I'm going to be placing it somewhere around here, like this. So you place the eye first, right? Okay, like this and like this. You're going to place the eye first, like this. What's ATC? That's okay. Yeah, do whatever you got to do. All right, so I've got my eye placed, and now I'm just going to build around this. I might even want to just move it up a little bit more. All right. So, first part I want to do is just to create above and below the eye. So you can decide if you want it to be this thick. I might cut this down just a little bit. And the reason why I'm not just remaking it is because it is so crumbly, and I just don't really feel like spending the time with it. Oh man, you guys, it's been hot flash city lately for me. I don't know what's happening, but it's really unpleasant. Artist trading cards. Oh, nice. I would love to see those, Anita. I don't know if you're in the Facebook group, but if you are, would you mind posting that? Because I don't know what artist trading cards are. I don't know what that is. So, I'm going to just put some glue, right? And add this here, and just kind of, you know, a little bit over the eye, okay? And let me make sure that it's, and at first it's not gonna look right, you know what I mean? Don't worry. You know how things just kind of come together, right? All right, so there's that. This is still a little bit bigger than I want it. Is doing that weird thing. All right. Did anyone go to the Card Makers Success Summit? I was like crazy busy, so I couldn't really, I wasn't paying much attention, and I really should have. I like to, or I want to start, you know, being able to like mingle during the summit, but I don't know, sometimes I'm just too busy. I can't do that. So, but I understand it was amazing, and there was a lot of really great card makers involved, and I know Brandy always puts on like a really great summit. She's a pro. I want to be Brandy when I grow up as far as like summits go. So anyway, she's very skilled at it, has been doing it for quite a while now. So okay, so there's my eye. Now I think I didn't put glue but right there, but I want to. You just want to make sure you're going to put, you know, some glue. Don't worry if it's kind of generous, it's probably good. Don't worry if it's a little bit messy, it's not going to be a problem. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, the summits are really fun. I'm really going to slow down this year on participating in other people's summits. There's a few people that I will participate in as far as like do presentations for, but for the most part, I think I'm going to have to step back from doing so many, since I think I'm going to be doing 4 of my own this year. So it's a lot to do, you know. So this is just very dry, but I'm going to work with it. So basically all you're going to do around the eye is to create circles of all about the same size, starting here, going across and all the way around. So I will do that right now. It's a little too big. Maybe the sound will not be so loud. Let's see if that changes anything. This box has already gotten approval of my DnD playing son, who is in his 30s. So a 30-something man, you know, I mean, he likes my handmade gifts because I always make like special, you know, specialized things. And that's the thing I love about doing handmade gifts, is that for my kids I can do like things that they'll appreciate instead of just generic gifts. And I think that's really kind of the issue with handmade gifts, is that we don't know how to not be generic about it. Does anybody else have that issue? You know, there's like, you know, blankets and slippers, and all those are really great things, and people like that, but also, you know, they love when you understand something about them, you know, and can give them, you know, a D&D dice box. Or I gave, I did a tray last year that was for, it was like a valet, and it said D&D on it, and I finally gave it to Ezra and Corey, and I was thinking it would be a valet for both of their keys and stuff, but you know what, they decided it was a dice tray, so they would just, you know, roll their dice right into that. So there they go, you know. So that was like really cool though, because they didn't look at it and go, oh, I wonder what to do with this, you know. I mean, obviously slippers and blankets, people know what to do with those, you know what I mean. But sometimes people don't know what to do with a handmade gift. And I'm always glad when my kids are like, oh yeah, for sure, I'm using it for this. I love that. So there is no need to feel, you know, I mean, I used to kind of hit this hard, you know, before. I don't know if you guys remember this, but, you know, I used to kind of be a little more brash, you know, about giving handmade gifts and how, you know, and how we should be able to give them without feeling, you know, without reservation. And I do believe that, but I've gotten a little softer in my message and in my feelings about it, that, you know, we don't have to give handmade gifts that are going to be that are not going to be received well. We just need to learn something about our people that we're giving it to. So I'm really big on you know, listening to the kids, what they're talking about, you know, and stuff, and what games they like to play, and, you know, what shows they watch, and all those different things, you know, all their pop culture stuff. And then I try to create my gifts around something like that. A couple really good examples are, of course, this dice box, this the valet that I made. You can make, I remember one time I made like a journal, an anime journal, and all it was it was part of a gift set of, you know, like crayons and pencils and all kinds of different things for one of my nephews. And I just personalized and I can never remember what these are called, but they're those 99-cent notebooks that you can get, like, you know, and they're just for school. Suzanne used one for a journal that she made last year for a friend, I think, and I can't remember what that's called. So anyway, it's easy, but I don't know why I need some ginkgo or something. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm doing now, yeah, composition book, thank you, Noe. So what I'm doing now is just taking the butt end of this and just pressing this down and making like a little dent in it, and I am going to put spikes in here, and you can see how some of this is cracking, and, you know, it's not looking like really super, you know, yeah, composition book, but don't worry, it will be fine. So if you have one of these, you don't need to have it, but you can use one of these. You can get it at Dollar Tree. It has a pin at the end, and it has like a whatever this is on this end. And I just kind of go through and do a little bit of detail work on here. And so let me see if I can get closer here and you guys can see a little bit better. I should leave this actually this close now. It's, you know, nothing really artistic or anything. I'm just giving it some texture. And that is going to sort of flatten that and make it not stick up so much or stick out in a natural sort of way. And it's going to make it look more like an eye. And then you can use this side to kind of, you know, push it back and shape what it looks like around the eye. Might get a little glue on that though, so just be careful. want to press this in a little bit more. Let's see. So you can shape it until you like the way it looks. Doesn't work yet. The pin works better when everything's dry. So anyhow, finish this. So that's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? And you can see that there's a lot of little cracks and stuff. No big deal. I'm going to go over here and see if I can get like a moist part. Here, it's feeling really, really pretty dry. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit off and put this back in the bag until I need some more, because it's just not staying. So now this is just all about large and small. Let me take the lid off. It's just all about large and small, you know, balls all the way around, sort of flattened, and so that's what we're going to make now. And you can just put them, oh, you know what? Don't forget to glue, or else everything will probably just fall off. So you can choose to put glue like way before you're going to put anything on, or not. You just have to see how it works for you, you know. I'm just going to try it this way, and if it doesn't work, if it doesn't stay pretty tacky, then you know, I'll do something different. And these can just be various size. You know, down here I'm going to have some smaller ones on the edge there. And just so you guys know, this is full disclosure, I got this idea from someone else. So I believe I saw it the first time when Suzanne and Noe and some of the other ladies and I were browsing around and watching like Dream Fairies videos. So this is not my original design. And if you want to see some really cool stuff, if you like the idea of the cardboard, you know, using your cardboard and stuff, I would suggest going to Dream Fairy and on YouTube. I think it's called Dream Fairy DIY, and she's got some really, really great videos. She does a lot with clay. I believe she uses clay. Sometimes she uses other things. She uses a lot of different kinds of materials. Yeah, I know. Isn't that interesting? It really makes a difference. Maybe a little one here. And it doesn't really matter if these stay exactly round. You're not really needing it to. I not put glue? I think I didn't put glue on that one. So this past weekend, you know, I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but my son comes over on the weekends to see his mom and dad. And he comes over and, you know, he does laundry over here, you know, a load of laundry and for the week. And then he eats with us, and often we do like some batch cooking, and this past week we did meatballs together. And he likes to do that kind of stuff. He's a bachelor, so, you know, he doesn't have somebody to cook for him. He cooks for himself, and he does pretty well. But he likes to come over and have me show him how to make stuff. And so that's fun. But we did meatballs and meatloaf for the freezer. Well, okay. And that's really enjoyable. And then, let's see. And then Todd and I and him, sometimes we'll play video games, and sometimes we'll watch TV. You know, often we'll watch a whole series together or something, and then we'll switch to something else, and you know, video games or something like that. And yeah, so yeah, we like to do things together. I think our family is all kind of introverted, you know, so we're most comfortable with each other, which isn't to say that, you know, we don't have outside friends or anything. We do, but, you know, we're just real close. So now with this new computer that I got, I really got it because I wanted to play with Kieran, and because I needed something better for video and stuff and streaming. But I realized when I mentioned it to my kids, all my adult kids were like, "Oh, Mom, you got to play this, you got to play that," you know. So I guess that's what we're doing. So it's going to be fun. It should be fun. And I wish Todd was more interested in it, so we all five could play, but he's not. He just likes to play, you know, like sports games on a PlayStation, and that's fun for him. And so, but it's a really nice way to stay connected with my kids in a way that is on their level, you know. I think my generation stayed connected with our parents on their level, you know. Or maybe it was just my family, I don't know. But you know, I really like to connect with my kids where they're at. And they appreciate it too. Plus I like video games anyways. There's that weird click again. I don't know why my camera does that sound. It doesn't seem to do anything, but it kind of bothers me still. All right, so I am just filling this thing up. And at the last, I'll do the spikes. But for now, I just want to quickly do this because I didn't want to work around the spikes. Oh, you learned to play bridge with your parents. I mean, you know, my grandma played with us, you know. She always played like Yahtzee and, you know, all kinds of different games, you know. And we play as a family, like our big extended family, and that was super fun. Hang on a second. And I think that, you know, for me and our family, my mother was very young when she started having kids, and that meant that she had to get out and work. And so, you know, pretty sure she was probably exhausted, you know, by having to support 2 kids on her own and all of that, because my dad wasn't good to her that way. And that's not my dad that I talk about now. This is my bio dad, and I didn't really know him very well, but he didn't help her, so she had a lot to do. Oh, nice. What's Pegs and Jokers? I don't know what that is. I wish I knew what that was, because it sounds fun. So I was just trying to get it all the way to the edge there. You know, you don't really have to do that. It's fine if it's like this. I just was demonstrating that. So this particular dragon is going to be for Corey, which is Ezra's boyfriend. And it will go along with their DnD dice board. I gotta say that it is hot in here. Wonder what would happen if I painted it like while it was still a little bit wet. Has anybody ever tried that before? Painting this kind of clay while it's still wet. Because I kind of would like to demo the paint job. And if I can't do it this week, maybe I'll do it next week. I don't know. It's really, really easy to get it to look, you know, have that really cool look to it. Strategy game where you draw cards and move your pieces, marbles or pegs, around a board to get back to a home position. You play as a team and it can get really contentious. Nothing like playing a good contentious game with your family, right? fun. We used to play a game called Dutch Blitz. Have you guys ever played it, Dutch Blitz? And it's like super fast paced, and that was kind of that way too, you know. Get really like, you know, it's a little bit of excitement and stress. You know, good stress, I guess you could say. Yeah. That sounds really fun. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, I'm like getting this done pretty quick. See, so it doesn't take very long to get this. It's probably going to take me another, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, I think. That's good. You guys seem like you have a really close family, Noe. A really fun family. You are. You are. If you guys are interested, I don't know if you know who Kate Ward is. And I'm going to start talking about it, you know, sending I'm going to send an email out and post in the group and stuff. But Kate Ward is going to come into the Facebook group and teach us about sashiko embroidery coming up probably a little less than 2 weeks. So that's going to be really, really, really fun. So if you like embroidery and you want to learn something new, or you just want to come hang out, you should do that. It's free. And soon I will have a list of what you'll need. Supplies list and stuff. And I'll share that at some point soon. Oops, dropped my, uh-oh. Well, okay. I have to remake that one. I'm thinking about using the sashiko in a Mother's Day themed gift because I think it's so elegant looking. You know, even if it's on like old denim, it's just so cool looking. I really like it a lot. Has anybody done this kind of embroidery before? Sashiko? If you have, let me know what you like about it. All right, so we're looking pretty good here. I'm not seeing too many more places that I need to add clay to. I'm feeling like this is pretty good for now, for that. So there's a little bit of cracking and stuff. Yeah, and you don't need to buy the eyes either, Ellen. I am going to, at some point, well, I mean, if you already bought them, you know, it's no big deal. You can use them for other things, but, or for 1,000,000 of these. But it probably would be better and more economical for me to show you how to paint one and make one. But what you need are those flat glass things, and I believe that you can get them at Dollar Tree. They're just in a little they're just in a little mesh bag, and I think they're supposed to go like inside of a vase, you know, and you can put like fake flowers in there or something. Does anyone know what those are called? Kind of like the idea of putting marbles in there. So I normally don't like to do this while it's in my hand because I inevitably mess up the lines, but I'm going to try it anyways. Oh, sorry, I'm outside of the camera. So all I'm doing is shaping this kind of in the shape of a more round almond, and I am going to begin to add all of these here, and this one looks kind of big, so I'm going to put this here. I think this is going to be a really good place for it. And I'm putting them in sort of at an angle. I think that Kate will be teaching us really simple beginner sashiko. So, and there's a specific thread called sashiko thread, but if you have embroidery thread, I believe that will probably work. So you just kind of want these to be sort of, you know, a little bit pointy. It's okay if they're a little bit different. So this is a pretty relaxing craft. I do like, tend to like, you know, laid back, tedious kind of crafts like this. I'm mean, I guess tedious isn't a very complimentary word, you know, but you know, for the way I feel about these kinds of crafts. But you know, some people might find them tedious and unpleasant. I used to be less patient about things. That's probably the reason why I threw away so many crafts before, you know. Like I'd throw them away just right in the middle of it because it wasn't coming out right, you know. It's like that perfectionist thing, I guess. Yeah, I'll show you about that, Ellen. It's really, really easy. So I don't know what those things are called though, that you would have to have. They're like round pieces of glass, but on one side they're flat and one side they are rounded, you know, like convex. I'm putting these in different places because they're coming out different sizes, and so I'm just wanting to just put them so they don't look weird. Yeah, I would think so too, Noe. I think you could do this with polymer clay. I feel like, yeah, I guess if that's what they're called, Noe, flat glass marbles. But yeah, they just need to be flat on one side and rounded on the other side, and then you're just gonna paint, yeah, vase fillers. You're just gonna paint a little piece of paper. It doesn't even matter what kind of paper it is or anything, and it doesn't even have to be really good painting either, because the glass somehow makes it look amazing. So you guys are going to be really surprised at how easy this is and how well you're going to do with it. Oops. Let's see how this is looking. Do I like how this is looking? Yeah, and you can get those vase fillers. You can get that at Dollar Tree if you want to. There's just some things that I just would not buy anywhere else but Dollar Tree, because you know, it's just it's kind of like when you feel silly for buying something at the store that you can make yourself, you know, which I don't really have a problem with anymore, but I used to feel that way. I used to feel like I had to make everything all by myself. Yeah, polymer clay might be fun to try. If you have all the colors and everything, you totally should do that out of this, or on this project, if that's what you want to do. If you're going to be following along tomorrow, or you're going to be doing it at some point while you're in the membership. I should probably do a little bit of this. So I'm just doing those lines again, and I'm really just doing them where on the part of the clay that's showing, and I'm not doing anything very special, just making lines, because in the end it's all going to be covered by paint, you know, and looks a little bit big for there, for that spot. Maybe I'll put it over here instead. Monster book cover. I know, wouldn't that be fun? I mean, so there's also a book cover that I want to make of like a brick wall and a door. You know, it's really cool looking. It's like, it looks kind of like a French scene, you know what I mean, of like a pretty brick wall. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but, or you could just do like a, oh gosh, you guys just got to look up Dream Fairy and see some of the stuff that she does. It's really amazing what you can do with just a few ingredients. And if I am not mistaken, I don't know that she actually uses like a store-bought clay. I want to say that I've seen her make her own clay, you know. So, you know, there are people out there, and this kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if you guys have been to Mexico, but, you know, everything is handmade, it seemed like. Well, whenever I went, this was probably years ago, so it's probably a little bit different now, but everything was handmade. So we used to buy these banks, these piggy banks, you know, and they were like in all kinds of different shapes and sizes and everything, and they were on the way out of Mexico at the border. And there was like all these people lined up on both sides of the line of cars, and they were selling stuff. And if you got one of those, if it broke, you would see things like newspaper on the inside and stuff. So these were like paper mache and painted, and they were really cool and stuff. But when you looked closer, whenever it broke or something, if it broke, you would find that it was just regular everyday stuff, you know. And that's kind of what I think of when I'm doing these kinds of crafts, you know, is that there are ways to make really, really bitchin' things, you know. You know, out of the things that we already have. And I really like that. I'm not like a super, you know, I'm not like a real environmentally minded person, but I think I'm more of a frugal minded person. So anyway, that is pretty much it. You can go through and just kind of flatten these to sort of, oops, sorry, just to sort of fill in any gaps, you know, or whatever. But all in all, this looks all right. And I just need to let it dry so I can paint it. And I will be demonstrating the painting tomorrow in the workshop. And yeah. So there's that. I think I might want to, nobody has to stay, but I think I might want to play around a little bit with something else. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I should just go and leave it at one topic. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna let everybody go. Thanks for being here. I know we're early, but you know, some of you guys don't have 2 hours to sit anyhow, and I think I want to get working on something else maybe. I don't know if I start another craft stream or what. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyways, this one's over, so I'm going to talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys that are members of Handcrafted Gifts Made Simple in the workshop tomorrow night, and we will paint this project. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.